Good morning, good morning. Shalom. What an evening we had last night. Super inspiring on all levels. Ruchnius, Gashmius, we had Nachman Seltzer emceeing, Yishkoyach Nachman.
Pleasure.
Menachem Schloss, beautiful video presentation. Tremendous turnout. Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol niyeh b'dvaroi. Again, if you miss the morning shir and you're interested in coming to the shir, there's another shir at 9:25. 9:25 every evening right here, followed by Mayru. Yesterday, we were talking about the Yetzer. And I just want to give you the last Yetzer on my list, which I think is the biggest problem that people have. You remember, we were talking about Daf Yomi is too fast, too slow, not really. I don't retain. One of the biggest problems that people have in Daf Yomi and why they fall off the bandwagon is because inevitably you are going to miss a daf. At one point, there's a simcha, you're on vacation, you have the flu, chas v'shalom, something. And what happens is, you come back and you say, what do I do now? And the Yetzer Hara jumps right in and he says, you have to make it up. You got to make it up. You can't go to shir yet. You got to make it up. So you start trying to make it up, and you have 2 daf to do, but it's too much to do in one day. You say, oh, you do tomorrow, and then before you know it, you fall behind 3 daf, and then it's 4 daf, and all of a sudden it's just too much. And the trick is, and I'm telling you this, it took me years to figure this out, and this is the trick. When you fall behind, don't be a perfectionist. Throw your OCD out the window. You need to skip. You need to skip. It's very, very important. I'm a perfectionist by nature, and I learned that I leave my perfectionism in buildings and stuff like that, in construction, but when it comes to Daf Yomi, you got to skip. Write it down somewhere what you skipped, and you'll make it up eventually. You make it up on Shabbos, something. But don't that's the trick of the Yetzer Hara, to make it up. And Memela, that I think is one of the biggest points in sticking with it. Yesterday we had a chart of all the Zmanim, and we had 2 Shitas in Remeir. The first Shita, it's actually the second Shita in the Gemara, but the first Shita on the chart is right before Tzetzei Kechavim, when the Kohanim are Toivel. And then we have the Shita of Remeir, who says, Achila Leil Shabbos, which is obviously later on because the Kohen has to be Toivel before nightfall, and Leil Shabbos is after nightfall. Says the Gemara, Kashi the Reb Meir ad Reb Meir. There seems to be a contradiction. Says the Gemara, you're right. Trei Tanoia Ali the Reb Meir. In fact, it's 2 Tanoim that said over in the name of Reb Meir 2 different shiurim. Kashi the Reb Eliezer ad Reb Eliezer. We have Reb Eliezer who says Shabbos. Wait a minute. Shabbos is the top. Shkia. Thank you. Shkia ben Shmoshes, when Shabbos comes in. And then, if you remember, the first sheet in the Mishnah, the only sheet in the Mishnah is Reb Eliezer. Look what it says in the Mishnah. You turn the page, you have a page on the Alf. It's kedai to look inside. It says, if I could only turn this, Me'mosai kohen nishma ba'arovin, mishosh ha'koyhanim nichnosim lecha b'trumasam. When the kohen could eat truma, at soif ha'shmur rishona, the end period is the end of the first watch. Divrei Reb Eliezer. Reb Eliezer says that the time that you start is when the Kohanim eat Truma, and on the other hand he says it's Shabbos. What do we do? Shabbos is the first shir. Kohanim Nichlosim Lecha B'Trumasam is the middle shir. Tzetzei Kechavim. Is it Shki or Tzetzei Kechavim? Which one is it? Says the Gemara, Trei Tanoia Leave the Reb Eliezer. Same teretz, like we said before. It's his 2 Talmidim. Each one thought he heard something else, said it over differently. So when you look at the Mishnah, it says Divrei Reb Eliezer on 2 things. On the beginning shir and on the end shir. In fact, Reb Eliezer is only talking about the end shir. Period. It's not Reb Eliezer. It's somebody else. It's Tanakama. Then it continues. At Soif HaShmura Rishayna, Divrei Rebbe Eliezer. Rebbe Eliezer is only going at Soif Shmura Rishayna, not in the first part. Says the Gemara, at Soif HaShmura, Maika Sova Rebbe Eliezer. Ika Sova Sholish Mishmoris Havalayla. The night is divided, the night has 12 hours. Always. Even if the night is very short, it has 12 hours. How? Shoyz Manios. You got to make those minutes shorter. We have to fit it into 12 parts. So if you hold that Rebbe Eliezer holds that there's only 3 mishmaros, meaning each watch consists of 4 hours. 4 times 3. Why is the Mishnah so complicated? Instead of saying Tzesek Echavim tells me Mishash, Akoyar, and instead of saying at Seif HaShmur Rishayna, it should say 4 hours. That's how we talk. What can you say? Krishma, 4 hours into the night. Says the Gemara, and if you hold that the night is divided into 4 watches, in other words, 3 hours each, and we're going to see there is machlokes how many mishmaros there are. He holds, Rebbe Eliezer holds, there are 3 watches. Mentioned it quickly yesterday. These watches are, as Rashi explains, these are when the Malachim, they say Shir HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And they finish their watch, in come the next set of Malachim. They go out, they go bye-bye, and the new ones come in and say Shira. You should know, says the Gemara, that when they change their watch, down here on earth, there's also something happening. And why is that important? The Rashba brings, it's important because then you can know when it's a good Eis Rotten to daven. So when that sign happens here, that's when the watch up there is switching, start davening. It's a great time to daven. The Sanya, Rebbe Eliezer Oimer, Sholish Mishmoris Hava Alaylo, Val Kol Mishmor Yosh VaKadosh Baruch Hu V'shoyei Ko'ari. HaKadosh Baruch Hu roars like a lion.
How does that sound?
Oh, a good kasha. You heard his kasha? They said I should repeat kashas because they don't. He said, "How does it sound?" So I'll tell you. I think it's the Vilna Gaon. I'm sure Rabbi Adler will say it's Rabbeinu, but they talk about it. That when you learn in the daf, you learn something in the daf, and then it's in the Parshas HaShavua, then you know it's a very big siman. So I had a big problem. I was very upset. Oh, wow. Shkoyach. That's what happens. There's no sound up until now. Terrible. It was fine, okay. Had a problem. They had this whole article in Mishpacha about me, and I was very upset. I really was upset that the only picture they put in, there's no Torah, nothing, a picture of me, and this was it.
Very smart move, by the way.
This is it. So this is Ari Shoyeg. Rabbi say in the pictures Ari Shoyeg. I thought it's a coincidence. So now Nichamtani. When in the Gemara you have in the same Parshas Shavua, this week's thing, Ayin Sham, this is it. By the way, it's a sound that I've never heard in my life. It's unbelievable. I'll tell you, right, Mendy will tell you. It's like one of these deep. Maybe you heard in the zoo, but it's when you're holding on to it and all of a sudden it does it. It's a little different. So I'll go upon him. I had to stick that in. Once I stuck that in, I have to also talk about the Ami magazine that this got cut out. Yesterday we made a Chanukas Habayis here. You see it's on the cover. The first Daf Yomi building ever. This week's Ami also. Gewaldig. Unbelievable. Okay. I thought it was Bashert. As I picked up the magazine, it cut off. And as I put it down, it went right back in yesterday. Some Sefer says what I said. Okay, Gewaldig. That when you learn, when you see it in the Parashat Shavua in the same day, and what you learn, it's a big siman. The similar dover. Oh, similar dover. Mishmar Rishayna. How do you? Oh, Shenemar Hashem Yimor Yishag. The Gemara brings a pasuk that it says roaring 3 times. Yishag umemayin kacha yita in koiloi sha'oig yishag al noveyu. 3 times. You see HaKadosh Baruch Hu roars 3 times a night. What does he say? We're going to see soon. The similar dover. Mishmar Rishayna Chamar Noyer. I learned a new word. I opened up the art scroll for this one. The donkey brays. I thought it's neighs. It's whatever. Brays, neighs, same thing. Horse neighs. Oh, that's where it came from. Oh, so if you want to know when to start davening, when you hear that donkey making a sound. Shniya, klavim tzakin, when you hear the dogs barking, howling. Shlishis, tinoik, yoinik mishdei imoy, when the baby starts wakening and he wants to eat. V'isha, this is a very interesting one. V'isha misaperes and bala. It's sort of like almost, I'm thinking now, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu makes her talk to you. It's not like she has her own will. Otherwise, what's the sign? Michael Choshev, Rabbi Eliezer. Itchilas mishmar is kachoshev. If the mishmar, you have to be consistent. So when are all these signs? The donkey brays when? In the beginning of this watch or at the end or in the middle? But if he's in the beginning, then all three are in the beginning. And if it's at the end, all three are at the end. You want to know when to start davening? Look at the sky. When the sun goes down, that's the first watch. Why do you need a donkey to make sounds? Urtu. And if the sign comes at the end of the watch, just look outside, you see the sun go up. Sunrise. No, they're not consistent. You're right. It's the end of the first, and the beginning of the last one. In other words, you can't tell by the sky because it's the end of the first mishmar. In other words, 3 or 4 hours, depending how you hold, into the night. And it's 3 or 4 hours before daytime, and the middle of the middle one. Now, according to the Rashba points this out. Why do I need these mishmaros? To tell me when to daven, when it's a good time to daven. So why do I need the middle of the middle? The middle of the center mishmar is when the dogs make sounds. In other words, chatzois halayla. But that's not a beginning or end of a mishmar. So why is that good for davening? So some people say that's how the Mekubalim got the tikkun chatzois from. Or, you're right, it's nothing to do with davening, but it's a sign when you have to stop eating korbanos, or like soizman kriyashma in the Mishnah. Kulu soif mishmar is kachashev. No, they are consistent, and they are all signs of the end of a mishmar. And you ask me a question, just open up the window and you see if it's sunrise, start davening. To say Kriya Shema, if you're in a dark house, you have the trisim down. In those days it was different, right? They went to sleep 6, 7 o'clock when the sun went down. They slept like 12 hours, I don't know how many hours, 11 hours. They woke up before the sun came up. And then what does she do? She starts talking to you. So therefore you get up and you say Kriya Shema. All right. Omer Rav Yitzchak bar Shmuel Mishmei Rav. Sholish Mishmoros Havel Laila. So Rav says the night consists of 3 watches. He roars like a lion. Well, to my children, that it's because of them. He blames Klal Yisrael. If you goyrus that, some take those words out. Hechrafti is basi. I destroyed my house. V'sorafti seichali. What's the double lashon? They explain that first HaKadosh Baruch Hu took himself, he removed himself, kaviyachal, from the Beis Hamikdash, and then physically he burnt it. V'gleisim lebeinu umoy sa'olam, and then I sent them out into Golus. Tanya. Rabbi Isai, I heard in the Sima Shas, and I've done it myself, but I don't remember who it was, but he said a very nice idea. He said, it's kedai when you hear a nice vart that you could say over at the Shabbos table, it's kedai to write it down. Like this, you could have your whole family participate in your Daf Yomi. So when you come home on Shabbos, you say, you know what I heard? I heard this great story. Obviously, you don't tell them the whole drasha or whatever, Uba Shemesh Vitar, Shemesh might not be that interesting, but you tell them a story like this. You write it down, you say, look, here, Gishmak's story, what happened? Tanya Omer Rabbi Yosi. I was on the way, I was traveling. And I walked into one of the churvos of Yerushalayim. I don't know why it sounds so like it's a song or something. No, why is it? What? It's a very known story, maybe. Zachas Mishalayim. What?
People started Berachos so many times.
From that song. Okay. Pamachas Nichnasti. Okay. Tanya. Bo'elio Zochel Atoiv. A lot of times we have Zoken Echad. We have Shilas if it means Eliyahu Novi. Over here, this is Eliyahu Novi. There's no question. What?
Arab a lot of times.
Yeah, no, that's an Arab. Over here.
No. A lot of times it's Eliyahu Novi. Yes.
Lav Dafka. I don't remember that. Okay. V'shom Eliyahu Pesach. And he waited at the entrance. He wasn't happy with me that I went into the schurva. V'himtin lior at shesiyamti tefilasi. He waited patiently until I finished davening. Lach shesiyamti tefilasi Amar li Shalom Alecha Rabbi. He called him Rabbi. V'amarti loi, Rabbi Yossi told Eliyahu Novi, Shalom Alecha Rabbi Umayri. He added the word Mayri. V'amar li b'ni, mipnei ma nechnasi l'churva zu. What business do you have in this ruin? Amarti loi lispalel. I went into daven. V'amar li hoy lecha lispalel b'derech. You shouldn't have gone in there. As the Gemara is going to explain, you don't go into a churva. V'amarti loi misyori o yisi shema yafsiku b'yovi drachim. I wanted to have kavana. There's a tefillah called Havinenu. And it looks something like this. It's about 50 words plus, you have to say the Shloisha Rishonos and Shloisha Achronos, but this is the Yeshiva Bacher's biggest dream. You say, V'sislach lanu, okay, slach lanu. You say another 2 words. There's Gulim, biggest Gula. You say instead of, where is it? Akopanim here. Shemei Tefillah. Okay? You say each one here, V'rachakenu M'machivenu. 2 words is Rifa'enu. The Gemara says you're not supposed to say it. You're not supposed to daven like this. Rebbe says, Layit Almanda. We'll get there. We'll see it. Akapanim, that's Havinenu. He said you should have said it Tefillah. Sorry, you had an emergency. You were on the way. You're concerned about Rav Yerdachim. Say Tefillah Havinenu. Ba'isa Shah Lamati Mimenu Shloisha Dvarim. He wasn't specific Eliyahu Novi. But from his vagueness, I learned 3 things. Lamati shein nechnasim l'churva. First of all, do not go into a ruin. V'lamati shemispalim b'derech. You're allowed to daven as you're traveling. V'lamati shemispalim b'derech. Mispal tefillah k'tzara. You don't have to daven the entire Shemona Esrei. Certainly not like that. The guy, I was on a flight recently, and a guy davened Shemona Esrei in the aisle as they were serving breakfast, and the cart was behind him, and the whole plane. Davened Shemona Esrei. Tefillah k'tzara, Rabbi Say. If you have to. Yeah. And then the story continues. Eliyahu Novi says, B'ni, ma kol shomata b'churva zu. What did you hear? I know you heard something. What was it? V'amarti loi shomati baskol. I heard a heavenly voice. Shemenahemes kayoina voimeres. What's the opposite of Ari Shoyeg, l'chayra? Elyoina. The opposite of the great roar of a lion would be the cooing. We learned 2 words today. The cooing of a pigeon. Actually, it's not that. I'm thinking about it now. It's not that quiet in the morning when they sit on your windowsill. All right, but anyways, I just. The same thing that they said that the Akush Baruch Hu Shoy Kari. Oy loyla banim shavim niseim echrafti is beisi v'sarafti is icholi v'gleisim lebeinu umois. It's because of my children that I had to be machad beis hamikdash. Their averis caused it. V'amar li chayecha v'chayei roishcha. He said a shvuah. I swear to you, a double shvuah, twice. I promise you, lo shazu b'lvadu yimeres kach. You should know that Akash Baruch Hu, it's not a one-time thing that you heard Akash Baruch Hu saying this. Akash Baruch Hu says this 3 times a day. When Klai Yisrael goes into shul, into a beis medrash, sounds familiar, that's what we say. Yehei Shmei Rabba, we say it in Aramaic. The Gemara brings it down in Lashon Kodesh. Hakadosh Baruch Hu menaneh roishoy v'oimer ashrei hamelech shemekalsen oisoy bebeisoi kach. Wow, he's talking about himself. Hakadosh Baruch Hu, the Melech, that Klai Yisrael gives him praise in his house. In other words, in the Beis Medrash. Ma'ilelav, and all of a sudden it switches from a Melech to a father. Sheheglas banov. Now Hakadosh Baruch Hu feels bad. Why did I put them in Golus? On the one hand, you have midas hadin and midas ha'emes, or the truth is I had to do it, but I feel bad. If you look in Tosfos, the last line in Tosfos first says, why do we say Yehesh Mei Rabbah? It should be like the lashon of the Gemara, Yehesh Mei Agadol. Why do we say in Aramaic? Shelo Yevina Malachim. It's such a big tefillah, we don't want the Malachim to understand, and Tosfos goes away from that. And if you look at the last line, he says, Shal Yerigilim Loimar Kaddish Acha Hadrasha. They would say Kaddish after you say learning, and then Kaddish. People would show up that didn't know how to learn. They wouldn't understand anything. Just they would say Kaddish like in English, so that the Amaratzim would understand. An amazing thing. Rashi just says here, it's interesting. Rashi points out that they said Yesh Mei Rabbah in the Beis Hamikdash. It seems like. If you look in Dibra Maskil, where was this? Ashrei HaMelech. Asher Kozman Shoya Kilo Zeh B'Tei Beis Hamikdash. Where exactly in the Beis Hamikdash did they say Yesh Mei Rabbah? When? So I saw somebody brings up pshat that in Targum Yerushalmi, when it says that Yaakov Avinu said Baruch Shem Kivod Machusi Lo Elam Va'ed, Targum Yerushalmi is mitargum Yesh Mei Rabbah Mevorach. The Baruch Shem Kivod Machusi they did say in the Beis Hamikdash. So maybe that's what Rashi means. I'll go upon him. Torah Rabbanon, 2 lines from the bottom. There's 3 reasons why you don't go into the churba. Mipnei chashad, because people shouldn't be suspicious of you, even though you're not doing anything wrong, but that's where the Zionists hang out, and people will be suspicious. Mipnei amapoiles, because physically it can fall down on you, and you don't put yourself in a situation of danger. Mipnei amazikin, another danger is the shadim, the mazikin. Why do you need all 3 reasons? One is enough. Why do I need chshad? If a churva is a weak structure and it's going to fall down, it will fall down. You don't need to come on to suspicion and that sort of thing. So we have a beautiful chart. Where is he? He's not here today. Oh, Ruvain Shade in the back. Put this together. It took a long time, over an hour, because it's a complicated chart to put together. Basically, Gemara has 3 reasons. Chashad, Mapoilas, can fall down, and Mazikin. If it's brand new, you don't have the brand new, so why did it fall down? Actually, you're talking about Reuven Shed, he's not coming in. He said he's not coming into this structure. Who knows how it's built? So I had to go get a guy, an engineer. He said, this structure, he's never seen something built like this. I have it in writing. He said you could put 6 floors on top of this structure. It has, the guy said, I don't do construction in Israel. So the guy, what?
That's not true. That's the plan on my side.
We're putting the parking lot on top. Ma'aseh Shai, I was sitting down with Moshe Cohen, Robert Links, and Noam Fix were there. And he goes, okay, so I'm going to put 20 rensim over here. I'm from America. I have no idea what he said. I said, you crazy? 20? I need 30. He goes, you want 30? Okay, fine, I'll give you 30. I had no idea what he was talking about. So it turns out he put beams this big. So kids, you could put up, you were there, no? I want 30. So if it's brand new, like this structure, yes, a part of it fell down because it was built by Moshe Cohen, and at the nighttime, that part fell down, but the rest is strong. So you don't have a problem with Mapoilas. It's not going to fall down. Oh? That's what I just said. Part of it, the part that's a churva fell down. That part fell down, but the rest of it.
Can it be that they just left? They just left the place.
No, they built it. They built it shady, like shady, whatever the word, shady. Shkach. We're learning English today. Sakopanim, if it's a chashad and it's brand new, you don't have mapoilas. But if you have 2 people that are really not good people, you still have a chashad. Because we have halacha that there's no yichud when there's 2 men. 2 men and a woman is not yichud, because each one is embarrassed of the other. But if you have 2 prutzim, then you do have yichud. And since you have 2 people, you don't have mazikim. Shadim run away from mazikim, from people when there's 2. So mainly you left with one problem. You left with chashad. You don't have mapoilas because it's brand new. You don't have mazikim because it's 2. So what do you have? Chashad. Let's go on to the next one. Ibnei mapoilas is talking about that you have 2 people that are kosher. Since it's 2, you don't have mazikim. Since it's ksherim, you don't have a chashad. and you have mazikim. Mazikim is only in a situation where it's brand new, so you don't have mapoilus, or it's talking about the two people that are kosher, but in a place that is mazikim. Where do you have a place that's mazikim? In their house. If they live in a place, even two people can't scare them away. Or an individual, not two people, an individual, not in their place is a problem with mazikim, but because it's new, you don't have the problem of mapoilus. And you don't have a problem of chashad because it's in the desert. There's no bad people in the desert. Let's see it inside. Betray. This I need over here so I can see it. Okay. I think we're doing okay. Betray. Two people gets rid of the mazikin. Betray chashad namilaka. There shouldn't be any problem, suspicion with two people. There's no yichud. Betray upritzi, they're bad guys. Why do you have to come on to this third reason? We already said two good reasons: the suspicion and there's the shadim. Betray uksheri. In those days, shadim were a big problem. We have a lot of stories in the Gemara where the shadim didn't go out of the beis medrash and the Tana had to go in there. They didn't get rid of them. I know a few of them, but they're still around. But in those days, they were very, very prevalent. They were very prevalent. Betray uksheri. In a situation where you have two people and they're kosher, no mazikin and no chashad. Mazikin. Why do I need mazikin? We got to be careful of our boys until we have the new camera not to hit this table. People are complaining that it jolts the camera. By the way, I don't know if anybody's still watching, but B'li Ayin Hara, we got up to 8,500 subscribers on the 8-minute daf, which caused us to crash. We don't know how to send out that many. Gershon just found a program that costs $1,000, and Be'ez Hashem, we're buying it today. It's a $1,000 program that actually is able to send it out. But if you haven't received the 8-minute daf, that's the reason. We can't keep up with the demand. Just yesterday alone, over 2,000 people subscribed, and he has to import each name individually. Mazeh, I don't know what this is. Wow. Okay, we're raising money towards the $1,000 program. I'm just kidding. Shkoyach Nachman Seltzer, buy his new book, Incredible 16. Over 1,300 people watched yesterday's 42-minute shir. To be over 1,300, right?
What, do you use 1,000 shekels now?
It's amazing. No.
What?
What?
You use it now?
I'm not buying the program now. I'll talk to Gary over once. All right. Very good. So keep on pumping that 8-minute daf. We need to get to 10,000, but we're literally, I can't believe that we're almost there. In just a few days, we had over 8,500 new subscribers. Amazing. And they're all disappointed. You know what happens, by the way? When this happens, my plug to my computer where I plug in my mic broke, and now the sound is terrible. People are complaining. We try to buy new mics. Nothing's working. It's terrible. I have to wait for my wife to come back from America with I need a new computer, basically. Okay, Rabbi, so Nachman, new computer. Dish it out. Nachman sells to 20 shekels for a new computer. Yes. It doesn't work. Reuven said the new mic is not good yet. It's better, not as good. All right, fine. I see. Yossi. Yeah, we're stalling here. Fine, weiter. We're talking about brand new. It's a good kasha what he asked. What is a brand new churva? Never heard of that, but there is such a thing. There's certain kablanim that build brand new churvas, ubetray ksheri, and it's two people that are kosher. Ibetray mazikin nami leka. If there's two people, we just established that there's no shadim. B'mekoyim chashinon. In a special situation where they live there, that's their house, that's where they hang out. Another pshat is we're talking about one person. So it's a brand new structure which doesn't fall down. It's in a desert, so there's no suspicion, but there are mazikim because he's only a single person. The woman is not going to go out there. A new shita in mishmares. Arba mishmares have alayla dibi Rebbe. Rebbe holds that the night consists of 4 watches, meaning 3 hours each. Rebbe Nosson Oimer Shalosh. My time of the Rebbe Nassan. D'chsiv vayova Gidon umeya ish asher ito. Gidon came with 100 men. B'ktzei hamachna roish. What does roish mean? The beginning. Ha'ashmoires hatichayna. The beginning of the middle watch. Now, the only time you have a middle is if you have 3. You have 1, 2, 3. This is the first one, second one, and third one. So he was the beginning of the second mishmar. But if you hold this 4 mishmaros, how could he be in the beginning of the middle? There is no middle. 2 and 3 are the middle. Tichayna means the center one. The Rebbe might tichayna. How is he going to explain it away? It's a little bit of a doichak. One of the middle ones, 2 and 3. One of the 2 and 3. And which one is it? Rebbe Nassan miksiv tichayna doesn't say that. It's a doichak. Tichayna ksiv in singular. You don't have 2 mishmars. You have 1 center one. My time of the Rebbe Omer Rebbe Zriko Omer Rebbe Ami Omer Rebbe Shua ben Levi Kosev Echad Omer Chatzois Laila. We have a contradiction. Beautiful Gemara starting here with David HaMelech. It says that David HaMelech would wake up when? At Chatzois, midnight. What would he do at midnight? He would praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He would say Tehillim. That's when he authored Tehillim. Because of Echad Omer, Kidmu Einai Ashmurois. The pasuk says, I woke up before the watches. In other words, before night started even. He never got to Chatzois. HaKeitzad, Arba Mishmaris Have Alayla. So what happened was, there's 4 Mishmaros. So how did David HaMelech get up before the watches, plural? He woke up at midnight, and midnight is after 2 Mishmaros, but before 2 Mishmaros, it works out great if you hold, there are 4 watches. He got up before 2 of them. Rebbe Nassan, what's Rebbe Nassan going to do here? Savalak Rebbe Yeshua, this nan Rebbe Yeshua Imer at Shalishoy Shekein Derchem Lachim Lame b'Shalishoyis. A regular king, a Goyish king, gets up leisurely into the day, 3 hours in the day. Shis the Leila v'Tarti di Imama. In other words, the beginning 2 hours in. So here's what happens. Another beautiful chart from Reuven Chait. Original. I couldn't find it on OneDrive, so I had to steal it off my own 8 minutes and copy it from the screen. That's why it's a little fuzzy here. If you have 3 mishmaros, it's right over here. This is where David HaMelech got up, at Chatzois, in the center. 6 hours this way, 6 hours this way. Yeah? 6 hours. I go back a little bit. Here we go. It's beautiful. 1, 2, 3 mishmaros, he woke up in the middle. If he woke up in the middle, he woke up 1.5 mishmaros into it. 6, because each mishmar is 4. And he had 6 hours, so it's 1.5 mishmaros. Okay. Now, the problem is that it says that he woke up 2 mishmaros before what? So now we're going to say he woke up, now, it's not 2 mishmaros. He woke up 2 mishmaros before daytime. It's only 1.5 mishmaros before daytime. 1 and 2 pieces, it's 1.5. Where did he get to 2? The answer is he get to 2 because kings wake up over here in the daytime. So he woke up 2 4-hour mishmaros. Not real mishmaros. There's no melachim on this red line. This is daytime already. But in hours, a mishmar is 4 hours. He woke up 8 hours before a king wakes up. 8 hours. Chatzois is 8 hours before a king wakes up. 6 hours to the morning plus 2 hours of the king equals 8. What's 8? 2 mishmaros of 4 hours. Fits in beautifully. Nice chart. Shkoyach Reb Ruven. Yeshua wants everybody to buy coffee, I think that's what he said. Something like that, I'm not sure. Weiter. Shkoyach to Reb Yeshua. He fell asleep here last night. After everybody left, the tables were all in a mess, and he started doing sponge up with the tables. Unbelievable. Shkoyach Reb Yeshua. So see inside. 6 of the night, the Tarti Imama plus 2 of the daytime, that equals 8 hours. Vashi Omar, what's your whole question? That 1.5 doesn't equal 2. Mishmaro, Palgo, Nami Mishmaros Korla. In terms of language, you could say 2 mishmaros when you have 2.5. Rubi Kukuloi, whatever, it's fine. It's also good, it works. 1.5 mishmaros is also like 2 mishmaros. Once we're talking about Reb Zrika, He says another chiddush. Omer Rabbi Omer Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. Ein omer mifnei hameis el dvar shemeis. It's not proper to talk in front of a dead person. Halacha l'maisa today, you go to Levaya, you shouldn't talk in front of a dead person. What exactly shouldn't you talk? Omer Rabbi Rabbi Kana lo yamor nelo b'divrei Torah. This is a concept of loig l'rosh. We all know you go to Beis HaKfaris, you stick your tzitzis in. You don't want to poke fun at the mace. Loig l'rosh. So you can't talk divrei Torah in front of a dead person. Why? Amazing Rashi here. Rashi says if you hear divrei Torah, you're mechuyev to jump in and talk in Torah. That's what Rashi says. You can't just listen. Oh, nice vart. You have to add. You have to talk. That's what Rashi says. The dead person can't talk back. He feels really bad. You're embarrassing him. Azay zok Rashi. So it's only in divrei Torah. Aval mila d'alma. Nachman, you missed a few words there. Aval mila d'alma leslan ba. Nachman is the one. He's never missed a word. If I skip one ice, he'll point it out. But on Daf Gimel, I'll remember that for the rest of my life. Aval mila d'alma leslan ba. Stam shtiyot like. Politics, whatever, you could talk in front of him. He doesn't care about that. He doesn't need to mix into that because a person could sit and listen to things and he's not going to be embarrassed. What does the kolchki mila d'alma mean? What? He wants to jump in and talk about shtusim, about sports, about politics? No. Pshat is I saw that he's upset that you're not talking about him. His body's laying there, you should be being maspid. Why are you saying shtusim? So anyways, l'chayra, I don't see it brought down halacha. Yeah, it is. Ein oimer mifnei hameis. It seems like it's a halacha. You should not talk in front of a dead person. Certainly, divrei Torah you shouldn't say in front of a dead person. I didn't look the halacha up. If you want to look it up now and let me know. Frek the Gemara. V'David b'pagid delei havakoi. David HaMelech got up at Chatzos. Murta havakoi. David HaMelech got up earlier. He got up when the night started. The chsiv kidamti b'neshev v'ashaveya. B'neshev over here means in the evening. What does the word neshev mean? How do I know that it means evening? The chsiv b'neshev b'erev yoim bishan layla v'afela. Omer Rav Yishayo, Omer Rav Acha, Hachika Amar. Ma'olam le'over le'chatzos layla b'sheni. So we have a few pshatim here. What is it? Did David HaMelech wake up at Chatzos at midnight, or did he not go to sleep when it was nighttime? When did he wake up? When by Shkia or Chatzos? One pshat is that David HaMelech said, I never ever slept past Shkia. If I ever fell asleep, if it ever happened, it wasn't past Chatzos. It might have happened, but not past Chatzos. We know the famous Shita Nishman of a horse, 3 minutes for a human being. Some people say it's a half hour. Akoponim, a horse dozes off. So David HaMelech would be learning and doze off. It's not a very good way to sleep. It's not very comfortable. You constantly, your head is falling, you're trying to learn, you wake up, you learn a few more words, you go back down. That was Misnam and Kisus. But he's learning while he's doing it. He strengthened himself like a lion, and he started learning. Here's the first time in Shas you see the difference between Misnagdim and Chasidim maybe. In the beginning, first half of the night, Divrei Torah. Tehillim. From Chatzos on is Tehillim. Although later on we'll see it a little differently. And it's Meduik in the Pasuk. It says, Chatzos Laila Akum, Lo Hoidois Lach. He doesn't say he got up to learn Torah. Lo Hoidois Lach. To say Tehillim. V'neshev Urtu, we're just going to go into the word V'neshev. Does it really mean night? Honeshev Tzafru, it seems like it's daytime. David beat them from Neshev to the night. What does that mean? From day to night. L'chayra means from day to night. Loi. Murta means from night to night. It means night, so just say night to night. Or use the same word. So now the Gemara goes away from Neshev meaning night or Neshev meaning day. Neshev means when it changes, or the literal word means to jump to. Neshev leila v'asa yamama jumps from night to day. Neshev yamama v'asa leila jumps from day to night. V'David mi'avi yoda palged leila imas. How did David HaMelech know when Chatzos was? Why not? Hashta Moshe Rabbeinu le'avi yoda. If Moshe Rabbeinu didn't know when Chatzos was, l'chsiv I'm coming, he tells Paroi, I'm going to be here approximately at Chatzois. So if he didn't know when Chatzois was, how could David HaMelech know? If he was repeating Moshe Rabbeinu the words of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't know, he had to say approximately. HaKadosh Baruch Hu told him, I'm coming at Chatzois exactly. What's you? And Moshe Rabbeinu changed it a little bit. It was a different thing. Alma, huh?
Hara himself didn't know when Chatzos was.
Right. Okay, we're gonna see it there soon. Alma Masapkele. So you see that Moshe Rabbeinu didn't know. David Haviyoda. How could it be? Says the Gemara, David Simon Avila. Yes, David knew more than Moshe Rabbeinu knew. How? David HaMelech had a harp. The northern wind came, a special nace and it woke him up. So he had a way to do it. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't have a harp. And over here it says he would get up and Chatzos he would learn Torah, not say Tehillim. Says the Gemara, there was one time, you have to say that one time this story happened, didn't happen every day. There's no money. What's going to be with the economy? Go do business with each other. Let the rich people, socialism, let them support each other. You don't realize there's a lot more need than we have to offer. It's like telling you, go fill up this pit by digging the sides of the pit to get dirt and fill up the pit. It's not going to work. So I have no breira now. Go out, go make war, and go get some money from the guy. They go to Achitophel, give us some tactics, war tactics. Sanhedrin have to give them the blessing. They ask the Urim. Or Rav Yosef Mikra, where do you see this in the pasuk? Achitophel says the Gemara, he gave us the ideas. Ben Yoyada is the Sanhedrin. Yasar, Elu Urim Vetumim, V'cheinu Omer Uvneyo Ben Yoyada ala Kresi Vala Plesi. Those are the Urim Vetumim. V'lamani Kroshmam Kresi Plesi. Kresi Shekarsim Devrayim. Plesi Shemufloim Devrayim. Fine, we'll stop over here. Have a wonderful day. Tomorrow, Shacharis at 6:20.